how did we get here? And I think it's the question that people just want to know.
Look at how rare we are on planet Earth as a species that can do this and attain this level of technology, right?
And as a scientist, I have to say the evidence supports, not just suggests, it supports there's an intentionality underlying our existence.
What is the only event that ever happened for which there was nobody around to ask? And that's the origin of our universe.
It's one of life's biggest questions. Were we created by God, or are we simply the result of a cosmic Big Bang? On The Diary of a CEO, cosmetologist Brian Keating delves into this very question.
If the universe began with a singular Big Bang, if it began on a certain day or it didn't, I just want to know the truth. On one side of the equation were the greatest, religious thinkers and theologians of the time, saying this proves the existence of God, that God created the universe in a singular moment. Let there be light. That's exactly what the Torah, the Old Testament, the Bible says. On the other side, there were militant atheists, Richard Dawkins, other people saying this proves there's no need for a God. The universe came into existence, like you said, a meaningless quantum field, a fluctuation out of nothingness. It proves nothing about God.
So you see the dilemma. No matter which way you slice it, there seems to be a valid argument for both believers and atheists, no matter what the findings. Speaking with Julian Dorey, astrophysicist Hugh Ross explains that his initial skepticism of religion led him to study the sacred text around the world.
And what struck me about the Bible is it said that the universe has a beginning, and it includes a beginning of space and time itself, and that this God was active before time even existed. And that was the same time when physicists in Britain and South Africa were developing the first of the space-time theorems, which basically proved that space and time have a beginning. So it says, hey, the Bible got that right.
So could the Bible, or any religious text, really be a blueprint for future events, or are we interpreting narratives to fit our purpose? On the Danny Jones podcast, scientist Great Braden tackles this from another angle. He believes in Darwin's theory of evolution to a point, but says it falls apart when it comes to the human DNA.
As a geologist, I believe in evolution, so I'm not anti-evolution. I've seen it in the fossil record when I did my field work. I saw it for plants, insects, animals. Darwin's theory of evolution breaks down when it comes to humans. We showed up mysteriously 200,000 years ago, and we don't know where we came from.
So could this be true? Has someone or something altered our DNA in the past, or were we in fact created 200,000 years ago? Joe Rogan is joined by physicist Brian Greene, and he takes this rabbit hole to another level.
The Big Bang was an interesting event, but not the first event in the totality of reality. It could have been the first event that sparked the expansion of our part of space, but it could be that there's a grander realm of space within which we sit as a small part, and that grander realm may have been here for a far longer period of time. It may have experienced its own Big Bangs, maybe a collection of Big Bangs that may extend infinitely far into the past.
So whether we come at this from a theological or scientific perspective, the question still remains. Are we here as the creation of a higher being, or simply the result of a high-density explosion?
It's a deep question and a subtle one.
What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos coming soon.